Hello, my audience. This is my review on season 1 of the show called Wandavision by Disney Plus. Aired on streaming on exclusively Disney Plus. Find it on. Wandavision. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because it's really retarded show that I enjoyed. It's a bit of a mindfuck that makes absolutely no sense. With plot twists and turns that just don't add up. Stupid. But it was visually stunning and has good, talented cast. This movie is a good example that one man's garbage is another man's treasure. This show is that good of an example. To me, this is like a stupid show with stupid writing, with funny jokes that don't really make sense out of nowhere, really without. But it's a sitcom with Avengers characters, and it goes through several decades of different sitcoms, eras, shows. Like first laugh tracks are in the show, then it exits the show. The laugh tracks stop playing the show in the later episodes. And it has some stupid weird shit. Like this character called Boner, last name Eric Boner, I believe, who has the power of Quicksilver, but poses as Quicksilver, but who's not Quicksilver, but and it makes now and then it makes really confusing. Was the plot twist bringing the character Ralph Boner, and your thing is going on. And then we found out he's being controlled by this other witch in town called Agatha Harkness, who was controlling Ralph Boner and giving him the power of Quicksilver. Somehow within the hex, he has the power of Quicksilver super speed. And Wanda first thinks that she's his brother reincarnated. I guess it was in the hex. But then we find out he's a completely different person that's not even Quicksilver. Then we find out he's just like some sort of other original character called Ralph Boner. And because I can't but feel like this feels like a finger stab to the fans who wanted to see the X-Men in the MCU. And, you could have done something like, I don't know, creative that wasn't stupid and made no sense. Like, you could have taken this time with this show to introduce a Fox X-Men, like instead of, I don't know, it's explained the show that the hacks that Wanda's magic is not just magic, she's creating reality. So that means that these realities must have come somewhere within the multiverse of Marvel. Because we find out in Wandavision her powers are more multiverse powers. She can create reality and with the hex and stuff in the hex. And so it makes you wonder, why didn't they just like introduce the Fox X characters, that the X their version of the X-Men in the universe, but use the why not just go for using the Fox X-Men from the Fox universe, since everyone felt like those characters got screwed and got their debut on screen, and even Cyclops of all people, the leader of the X-Men, after he got brutally killed off by Jean Grey, the Phoenix, in the third outing. And well, he did was recast in the Apocalypse movie and Dark Phoenix movie. That wasn't playing adult Cyclops. That was playing teenager Cyclops. So that's Cyclops from a different era of comics he's playing. Was that when they recast Cyclops for the Fox universe? And the reason why I think they could have just brought the Fox X-Men into the main MCU within the show Wandavision is because they got the actor that played Quicksilver within the Fox universe. Everyone likes that Quicksilver more than 616 Quicksilver by Age of Ultron invented. And I don't blame them. I like that Quicksilver one from Fox movies more than the Age of Ultron Quicksilver. But I can safely say that Marvel Studios not going in that direction, bringing in the any of the Fox X-Men universe versions of the Fox universe and giving them a more proper due on screen, that where the more time to flush them out. And so it's safe to say they're probably going to go with a different direction with the X-Men designs. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be like the Fox universe, what we saw with the X-Men, or what we saw with X-Men from any of the comic iterations, from the cartoon iterations even. I just think the X-Men, when we get the X-Men in the MCU, is this going to be the worst disrespectful piece of version of them? Like, I wouldn't be surprised they killed off. They're going to kill one. Here's what I think what's going to happen. You know, the Avengers and the X-Men are scheduled to debut in the same movie, the next two Avengers movie, as long with the Fantastic Four. I wouldn't be surprised if they killed off all of the X-Men that you are expecting to want to see, like Cyclops and Professor X and Wolverine. And all of the characters, and just leave the ones that nobody knows about alive. That's probably from the new generation of comics from X-Men. They're probably going to just bring that in, and probably just going to execute the X-Men like that. Like, you know, kill off all the iconic X-Men that you want to see on the big screen with the proper comic book look, just to kill them off brutally. Like the Illuminati got treated in the Multiverse of Madness. And that had Patrick Stewart play his comic book version of Charles Xavier. Remember? And he got killed. We got the worst fucking death out of everyone. And that's my thoughts on Wandavision show, season 1. I'm a little tired now, so I want to end this video now. So good night, goodbye, subscribe to my content, like this video, and bye. That's why I give Wandavision a 10 out of 10 show. A 10 out of 10. For bonkers, retarded, popcorn fun, guilty pleasure nonsense writing. That adds up to insanity. Love writing is in a nutshell. Goodbye.